you being a combat vet and you having to go over there and rescue these people after that withdrawal. How did it make you feel when you read this report and heard about that we're given $4 more billion? Because you've been on the show a dozen times since. We've talked about the $85 billion in equipment. But when you see this new report that then the UN and these other nonprofits and our government are funneling $4 billion more right after we exited like that, just your thoughts.
Well, it's actually worse, Dan. I just interviewed Sarah Adams, who's a CIA human targeter for 20 years, and she's also currently on the Department of Defense Research and Development Team for National Security. And it's actually $26 billion from the U.S., $29 billion total is allocated. About $4 billion has went, but $50 to $87 billion a week are going to the Taliban. Some for humanitarian aid, and the problem with the humanitarian aid is that Taliban has put a Taliban leader in charge of every NGO there. So there's no trustability in NGOs because it's monitored and controlled by the Taliban. That what's not humanitarian aid is ironically, and it's here, hear this out, for counterterrorism. So the cash that's going, pallets of cash on planes weekly, is going for counterterrorism. And here it makes 8 stops to the Prime Minister, Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Interior. It goes to the house that's holding 3 American prisoners right now. It goes to the bin Laden family. By the way, all the people that this cash is going to, all of them are sanctioned by the United States government. So many of them on the terrorist watch list, 4 of them on the FBI's top 10 most wanted list. Which, by the way, that might make you upset. But not only should it make you upset, we should acknowledge that it's illegal. It is illegal to give money to someone sanctioned by the United States. The White House has no exemption, and they're giving our taxpayer cash to the Taliban to do counterterrorism. However, during their tenure of doing this counterterrorism through a Doha agreement, which is null and void because they are doing terrorism, the Al-Qaeda camps have went from 4 camps to 52 camps, upwards of 5,000% increase in Al-Qaeda. We have a whistleblower, Ahmad Massoud, in Kabul right now, in Afghanistan right now, leading the resistance, leading all of our former allies, who has been blacklisted by the State Department with information to come before Congress and testify on behalf of a planned terrorist attack. By the way, his dad warned of 9/11, and we didn't listen to him as well, and the towers fell, and we thrust it in 20 years of war. He's blacklisted from coming here. So we've been doing it. I did a petition. We have about 300,000 signatures. Myself and Sean Ryan have been doing this to make sure that he could get here. But one more thing, Dan, I got to say this. I'm ranting here, but
No. This is great information. Keep going.
In this money that we're sending, this disgusts me so deeply. There is a Taliban martyr fund. There's a fund that pays to the family members of every Taliban that we killed during the war on terror. They get a house and they get $1,000 a month from our taxpayer money. That is a slap in the face to every service member that died, died in Afghanistan, including me for 8 times, including my friends that died there, including my son who served there, that we would pay with our taxpayer money the family members of Taliban that we killed for them committing acts of terrorism.